Hi, everybody. So this is my sample of what your Anthropology 4401 reads um, argument, case, presentation could look like. Again, it doesn't have to look like this, but it could be as simple as this. Again, please keep in mind, the key thing is that I want you to choose something that you really like and that you genuinely think other people would find interesting. So here we go. Okay, so my case, I'm going to make the case for a book called Only Hope. This is an ethnography written by Vanessa Fong, subtitled, what is it subtitled? Coming of Age Under China's One-Child Policy. Uh, so this is a book written by an American anthropologist of Chinese descent who returned to China in the 1990s to do research with young people, people in their teens and early 20s, who were children of China's one-child policy generation, really. So if you don't know, in the early 1970s, the Chinese government imposed restrictions on reproduction, which ultimately dictated that families could only have one child. As a result, then, you had these many families with just one child, single children. And as those children grew up, they had very distinctive experiences. And one of the things that this policy brought were very significant changes to how intergenerational relationships in China and in urban China especially worked, so that we're previously having a great many children, you had certain dynamics between parents and their children. When they've just got one child, those dynamics changed completely. And one of the most interesting parts of this book, its focus is largely on research in a city called Dalian. And a lot of it, and a lot of the most interesting stuff, in my opinion, that came out of it is what she has to report about the experiences of young women specifically in this city. So girls between 16 to young women into their early 20s, and how their experiences as being children of this one-child generation really will, I think, get you thinking very differently about Chinese society if you are imagining it somehow as a patriarchal society, as we sometimes do. Why should you read it? I think this is a really great case of, first of all, of an ethnography about adolescence and the experience of adolescence and growing up. This is a topic we've talked about before. It's been of interest in anthropology for a long time, back since Margaret Mead, certainly. But also, this is a book that does what a lot of my favorite ethnographies do, which is to take a topic that you think you know something about, for example, the um, uh, uh, Chinese policies around the reproduction, and maybe turns them on their head and makes you think very differently about them. And especially in this one, the implications of these policies for young women are really interesting to think about. So if you get a chance, I would encourage you to select this one, read it, and if you don't read it this term, if you're interested, this is surely something that I'm going to be talking about next term. This is a little plug. Next term, I'm teaching a course called Anthropological Perspectives on the Life course that is open to everybody. So if you're interested, you might consider taking that course. All right. What's going on here? And I'll end there.